Hello folks, and welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Today a very exciting day. They did a very nice dump in my opinion, something I was a little bit, those who watched my analysis yesterday, I was expecting a little bit this step, so go up to maximum 20,600. We didn't even touch the 20,600. I was expecting a range between 20,400 and 20,600 before we can go down again, and it happened. Some of you maybe are asking why Bitcoin and SPY, well, but mainly Bitcoin, just did this move to the downside. Well, just because of the job openings and consumer confidence. So if they forecasted 97.9 and we had previously 95.3, we did 103.2, indicating that the consumer confidence is lifting up. Well, what should I say? Jobs opening, we had previously 11.040 millions, and they expected 10 million, so less, 10,475,000. And we did even more. At least that's what they released, 11,239,000. So for tomorrow, it's going to be also very interesting. But based on today's data releases, that's why DXY pushed up very hard from 108.60 to almost 109.200, and that's why SPY is looking to go more to the downside. Even SPX, for example, it's not looking bullish at all. Bitcoin did a nice step upwards, but it's now showing that it wants to go down with SPY, SPX. George, I have retweeted from George his analysis, expecting that the market maker is not going to hedge to the downside anymore. I'm not sure. Based on the data of 400, but it looks like it wants to go more to the downside just because of DXY. So for tomorrow we have a CPI, we have the non-farm employment change, and crude oil inventories. Thursday, as mentioned, initial jobless claims, ISM manufacturing, and Friday non-farm payrolls and unemployment rate. So the officially unemployment rate, that's going to be very exciting what's going to happen there. If it's positive, if it's good, it seems the XY will push up even harder, and that means we will see more red candles, daily candles, in the next few days, I guess. So we will see what's going to happen. We will go directly now to the weights ratio and start to check the metrics first. So if we check the daily weights ratio, the 30 days moving average on the top and the daily view on the bottom, we see that the weights ratio is declining right now, also as forecasted. So we reached the top and now it's declining. We will see how far it's going to decline. But usually that means that we should go up afterwards, after it plays out. So they will distribute as much as they can and then maybe go up again. That's something that usually we know. We still miss what happened here because nothing big. I really can't imagine that this whole thing here is just related to this dump here, because it wasn't really that big. Just if we compare to that here, it wasn't really big. So I think it just didn't play out. maybe it played out just based on the volume, and they were distributing, distribution, while let the price go up afterwards again. That's possible. But yes, I mean, Bitcoin doesn't really look bullish. It's funny to see some analysts out there just telling you or telling us that they see an accumulation pattern on Bitcoin. I really don't see anything related to accumulation, and even on entities, we didn't find any proof for that. But that's something we will check afterwards. Let us go forward. Weights ratio 1 hour time frame. As you can see, it's lifting up, indicating they're sending more Bitcoins to exchanges just to sell them. And that's at the same time the prices lift up and then it declined. So it's also one of those very big mysteries how it's possible that these guys knew just yesterday what could happen today. I don't know if they are just preparing and in case of they start to sell, or I really don't know. But it's not the first time we have noticed that. Weights ratio 30 hours moving average, up, down, and up. And we are hitting 90. If we are getting to reach the 90, I would be extremely careful with longs. I have mentioned as long we maintain this big gap between longs and shorts, we will dump. We will go down even more. Even if we go up, that's just a dead cat bounce. Then we will go down afterwards again. And that's what they will do all the time. And when the community flip to bearish, it's when we will go up again. In my opinion, that's the big idea behind. So if we check, for example, here you can see I'm still missing. I don't know if CryptoQuant is wrong here or if they don't take into account BUSD, because we know that they withdraw this 1.6 billion US dollars, but not in USDT this time. Also something we need to be very careful with that, because they sent USDT first to the exchanges and now they withdraw in BUSD, at least a half part of the whole volume they sent before. So I don't know why and if it makes sense to take BUSD instead of USDT. I really don't know that. However, the stablecoin reserves on exchanges, as you can see, it's lifting up, but it's a really tiny gap. A really not big progress here. At the same time, we can see that the stablecoin supply in the market, even if it's stabilizing, it declined a lot and it's not recovering. So that's it here. Let us go forward. So let us check what happened to Bitcoins related to spot exchanges. And we see here a big outflow of Bitcoins from spot exchanges, almost 6,300 Bitcoins in the last hour. That's really big, considering that we didn't receive that much. So let us check here a little bit. So last hour, 1,300 Bitcoins. The hour before, 1,600 Bitcoins. So we are talking about almost 3,000 Bitcoins. Then here, 744, another 500 here, another 600 Bitcoin here, then just 200 Bitcoins, and here 1,300 and another 670. So it seems once again that these guys were well prepared and they sent, and that's why the weights ratio 30 hours moving average was lifting up, indicating they are sending more Bitcoins to spot exchanges, making such kind of dump preparation, and the weights ratio was very accurate this time, as you can see, very well. And that's what happened also. That's why we had this move even on the weights ratio 30 hours moving average, because you can see what happened here, right? So here up, then down, then up again, and so on, like a roller coaster. So if we check, for example, it was on the outflow part, it was very flat, and then those 6,000. It looks a little bit like, to be honest, it looks a little bit like, yeah, we know it's going to happen, but we are not going to absorb them here. We will wait and let the price go down to absorb them here. However, we are creating a double bottom now, right? We have this bottom here, we have then, I guess we are not completely done. So we can go even more to the downside, and then we will see what's going to happen here, if it's going to play out as a double bottom and then go up again. Something I could expect. If we check the stable coins related to spot exchanges, that takes a little bit, but we see it's looking very flat. So not indicating they really want, at least it correlates very well to the stablecoin outflows as well. You know, I mean, that looks like a little bit they are not going to, they are, it seems at least they are just absorbing that's what's necessary, but not pushing the price, you know, very much. In my opinion, I mean, we know we had this bear market rally or fake rally or whatever you want to call it. And in my opinion, they accumulated, they bought a huge amount of Bitcoins, and they are still distributing. And they are just making money right now. And when they are done, maybe they want to go up. I still think we will go up, but it's really hard to me just to tell you when. Next week, and 2 weeks, and 3 weeks. At the moment, I don't see any metrics, any information, not even the option traders, because they are flipping to bearish again, indicating and sending more bearish or trading more bearish strategies. So we need to wait. It's always a matter of time and patience. So let us go forward. So let us see what's happening here. First of all, open interest declined and lifted up very hard. I think, and it looks like just because of the funding rate, they are longing again, because it seems they are so successful longing. I mean, I'm still longing. I took profit from my short, maybe and hopefully not, but I think too early. Maybe we can go down more to the downside. But I did a great profit, so that even if they are going to wreck my long, my high leverage long, it's going to be a neutral deal. I didn't any loss, but unfortunately not any gain. So hopefully my high leverage long is going to survive that, because that's my cash cow now. So if we go to 19,500, for example, they are going to wreck that. If we maintain here, make this double bottom thing and go up afterwards, it's fine. We will see. However, funding rate, up, down, and up. But you know, as you see, and they declined here, in my opinion, because some were expecting, it seems, the dump. If we check the open interest, well, up, down hard, and up hard. So it's indicating, in my opinion, they are longing again after they got liquidated. All those experts, those who were just shorting to profit just to flip again to longs. I really don't know. Anyway, leverage ratio up, down, and up. Also here indicating with open interest and funding rate, bulls, that's not going to end well. If we take a look to stablecoins, we have received 211 million in stablecoins inflows, and just before 56, so almost 260 million. If we take a look to the outflows, nothing big, everything below 60 millions. If we take a look here, for example, we see bigger Bitcoin outflows from derivative exchanges. I mean, really big. We did here almost 2,500 Bitcoins outflow, 2,000 250 Bitcoins outflow, and then in the last 2 hours, almost 4,600 Bitcoin outflow. That's crazy. At the same time, just in the last hour, 7,000 Bitcoins inflow. So, wow, that's really just wow, amazing, really amazing. But we need to see. We don't know if they are going to short or to long that. In my opinion, it's really difficult now. I mean, for me, it was clear between 20,400 and 20,600 we will go down. I was just hedging my high leverage long with a high leverage short. And I was just placing more or just adding more funds to my hedge short. And that's why I did a great gain now. But from here, it would be, in my opinion, just very risky to go short now, to be honest. So if they want to liquidate my long, it's fine for me, unfortunately. But at least I can say it's zero deal, a zero trade, but I'm not sure if it makes sense to short here, to be honest. I mean, only if we lose the 19,500, we should go directly to 19,000 at least. But it's really difficult right now. So if we take a look here, of course, 1,000 Bitcoins. They liquidated 1,000 Bitcoins. Wow, that's wow. Why they liquidated here a lot of shorts just before, not that big, but 1,000 Bitcoins and one dump, that's crazy. And that's why the open interest declined as well. So while the leverage ratio is lifting up, it's so crazy, even the funding rate. So it's telling you, if I slapped you the right side of your face, just put the left side now. Let us go forward and check what's happening here. Yeah, wow. I think even if they are not going to liquidate my long, I think I will close my long, because that's stupid. That's really just stupid. I mean, wow. My PC, hello? Look there. What? I mean, only because the price is going down, people think, let us go along, let us make money. That's not how it works. I really... Do you think exchanges will allow that? Do you think that those exchanges making less fees because they have much less activity, because a lot of retailers just are staying away, do you think these exchanges are going to say, oh, look, let us push the price up because we have very nice customers making 1.8 billion US dollars in longs, and we should give them the opportunity to take profit of it? Do you really think that? It's not going to happen. Really, absolutely not. And that's what Bitcoin is showing you right now. It's not going to happen. So the best thing we can do here is shorting all the time. Because as long this here maintains in that level, we will go down. We will not go up. I can promise you that. We are not going to go up. Not with such... Wow. I mean, wow. That's 72 to 28. That's crazy. 700 million in shorts, while more than the double in longs. That's just crazy. On Ethereum, completely different. But Bitcoin, that's crazy. That's just crazy. I'm speechless. I'm really speechless. Wow. Okay, let us go forward and no, it's not going to happen. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm not really lucky with the spin at the moment. Let us check Binance And I look forward to receive a nice explanation how the Kingfisher works, because it's still a mystery for me. We have on Binance, I mean, last volume we had 100 million here indicating yesterday. Now it shows 60 million. And, you know, I mean, we have here right now still, no, it's not still. Look what they did. They changed that. They changed that. We were here. The big volume was here between 23 and 24. Now it's just here. It's crazy. It's between 21 and 22. So it seems they placed new shorts. So the biggest liquidation cluster on the long side is here, and we have a tiny one here, but very close to the current price. So it wouldn't surprise me if they want to push a little bit more just to liquidate them. Let us take a look and make the comparison with FTX next and see what's happening there. Wow. What happened? Wow. What happened here? Look there. 1.2 million? What happened to FTX? Did they liquidate Sam and we didn't notice that? What the hell? No shorts and only some longs here? Really? Okay. Looks crazy and never have seen that. Okay, that's it. Let us go forward. So, let us see. I mean, FTX did everything right. Everything right. They distributed in upper levels. I mean, chapeau, Sam. Really, I have to say that looks, wow. Best trade behavior you can imagine, really. While Binance, I mean, yeah, the tendency is similar, but you know, this one was perfect. They bought the dip, they started to distribute at 25k, and they are still distributing. Not that big anymore, but still distributing. So, to be honest, wow. Very nice. While, yeah, as mentioned, the aggregated, as you can see, that's what they did. And what should I say? I mean, you can make money with that here as well, but I think they did the biggest money here. We can go forward, and that's Binance. I mean, look there. What the hell is that? They distributed, then they started to stabilize, to buy, sell, and now they are distributing even more. That's what's happening. Bitfinex looks, in my opinion, even more interesting. Look that. I mean, you know, that's pure distribution what they are doing. Crazy, isn't it? That's really crazy. I mean, they distributed now CBD indicating here, wow, almost 1,000 bitcoins here. And that CBD means they sold even more. So yeah, that's crazy. That's really big. And Coinbase just buying. I really don't get that. I really don't get that. While everyone, almost everyone is selling, Coinbase starts to buy. If BlackRock is behind, hey, think, I can tell you, if you are going to make the same thing like you did with the real estate sector in China, it will end exactly the same way. So maybe you should look for another job. I don't get that. I really don't get that. Or it's only long term. That's also possible, but it's crazy. You see that they are, FTX distributing. You see even Bitfinex distributing. Coinbase always up, up, up. I don't know how that works. I really don't know how that works. It looks like a little bit they want to maintain the price. They want, it's maybe less pure accumulation. It looks like more like, hey, if we are not going to buy now, it's over. We will go down to 18, maybe even 16. I really don't know. But I mean, they distribute it sometimes, right? You can see here a little distribution, but that doesn't happen very frequently, to be honest. So it's just crazy. And my comparison now with Larry Fink, so the CEO of BlackRock, is last year they mentioned that the Chinese real estate market doesn't look that worse like the media was telling, and they invested big in the Chinese real estate market. And just a few weeks ago, they announced that they didn't say they failed, but they said that, well, the whole environment changed and we need to go and to leave the real estate sector in China now. I mean, they burned 1.7 trillion US dollars in clients' wealth in 6 months. Crazy. And look, I have said be careful with the market maker entities. They knew something. Once again, they started to quick accumulating and now they are again distributing. Yeah, so in my opinion, something is extremely wrong with this market. It's really extremely wrong. They are not accumulating. And I really don't know what it is. I really hope it's not the whole regulation POW, POS thing, because then we will see bigger red candles than before, because then it means that big guys are distributing and really exiting because they are in fear that the political agenda, without to change any code on Bitcoin, that's something that the World Economic Forum is demanding, to change the code of Bitcoin to do, just to make it, to transform it from POW to POS. And I know that Bitcoin maxis will never allow that. I know that many people will not allow that. I mean, even the whole mining business and industry, it's suicide. But on the other side, we also know, I mean, New York just, it seems, they did that. They just banned the crypto mining, at least temporary. So they just said because of the energy crisis and so on and so forth, they need to ban it. So now imagine, I mean, even the European regulators said several months ago they would like to ban crypto mining. Or Bitcoin, they said even Bitcoin mining. If these guys know something, it's going to be very ugly in such case. But we don't have any proof, so these guys are accumulating. So retailers, shrimps, accumulating. These guys not doing anything at the moment since few days. These guys here also nothing. Well, the market maker entities accumulating quick and reducing their balances afterwards. And well, that matches also very well to the market maker entities. So these entities here are mostly linked to exchanges. So usually when we see they declined, usually that should be bullish or a little bit more bullish. We don't know if it's related to exchanges only. Maybe it's some big waves there, but you know, and now lifting up, indicating their balances are lifting up. So usually that would, for me at least, mean that Bitcoins are coming to exchanges right now. And that's it. So let us see what's happening here. Well, first of all, we can see that on Coinbase, they are really avoiding to let the price go down even more. As you can see, they are pushing the price up. To the upside, we still have a 23K a limitation, and even if we want to go even more up to 27K, for example. Otherwise, we need to go and to trigger all these buy orders to the downside. From here, so below of 18K, it starts to be very exciting just because of the volume. You can see that here, for example, here, for example, here, for example, even here, for example. So that means, you know, until 80K, 18K, it's everything fine, but everything below, it's going to be a problem for us, it seems. Deribit. Nothing. I mean, more to the upside, less to the downside. Bitstamp. Nothing but the opposite. More to the downside, less to the upside. Binance Spot. Well, I can take all this. And here as well, reinforce this wall, indicating maybe that's the big indication here that we have a double bottom now, and afterwards maybe just up. I really don't know. Until now, they didn't. It's surprising me a little bit, but they didn't really. No, they didn't really wrecked my long, because my liquidation price is 19,495, and we maintained above of 19,500. So I was very lucky. However, we will see if that's going to play out, you know, if really this double bottom is going to play out and up afterwards, or just another dead cat bounce and then down. And that's something we will see. Let us go forward, and we check now. That's ETH BTC. Don't care right now about that, but also looks very interesting. Now let us go and make a head and shoulders. That would be fantastic. Bitfinex, as you see here, just distributing. Still waiting here between 22 and 22,500. They removed this wall. Next wall would be at 18,200 at the moment. That's it. So also nothing big here. Look, but that's really big. I mean, you can see that they have here big, well, for Bitfinex, relative big volume waiting here. So maybe afterwards push up to distribute again. I don't know. FTX Perp. Also here at 20,700 and 20,800. Otherwise 19K. They removed the wall at 19,200. Also very interesting. Kraken Spot at 19,500. Next one 19 or 20,500. Bitmax. Nothing, just here at 23,700. Binance Futures. Also nothing big at the moment, at least. As you can see, they are also pushing the price up, but at the same time, I mean, that's, in my opinion, algos working very hard here at the moment. 20,700 will be the next limitation to the upside, but nothing to the downside at the moment. Bitfinex derivatives, here indicating their CBD is lifting up, but not big, and we still have here between 18,600 and 18,400. It looks like a limitation. If we start to decline, you can see that here, even a bigger one at 16,200, for example. So Kraken Futures, nothing. And FTX Spot, nothing. The next buy order, bigger buy order at 18,200, and that's it. Yeah. So absolutely nothing big. No. So let us talk about my personal conclusion.